Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Bottomless Bar, lucky number 13. We're all clocked in. We've got this door unlocked, drawers counted, and we're ready for service. How are you guys feeling tonight? It's just us, the original three again.
The Three Amigos.
Yeah.
No, you don't want to be that?
Well, I'm Chevy Chase if we are.
We could go
I'm
with
just
what I said originally before the episode started.
saying. Wait. What did we go with? I already forgot this part.
I said we were the Scissor Sisters.
Does your dad know what that know what scissor means?
No, it'll be okay. He'll be like, that sounds sharp. Better be careful.
He's gonna Google it. Give his phone in. Or don't Google it, Chad. I've been drinking.
It's
I
okay.
apologize.
It's all good, baby.
Anyways,
We're doing great.
uh,
Loving this cocktail. I can't wait to get into it later.
yeah, when we started out, I had my first one. I was like, or before I had my first one, I guess I was like, I'm not excited for this. I thought of it because we hadn't done it yet,
Hmm.
but now I'm on my second. I'm like, this is pretty all right. It's easy drinking.
Yeah, it's a super easy drink and drink. And it's
It's
my
easy.
first. It's my first
Wait,
cocktail,
you've never?
but
We'll
I've
save
never
that. We'll save that.
I've never had it, but it's okay. I just want to say for the listeners, I hope this episode comes off as more enjoyable to you because before having my cocktail this evening, I had 3 glasses of wine. So we could only go up from here.
it's We're gonna fall off a cliff. It's like
There's nothing
engaged on the
better.
road. Yeah.
There's nothing better than a sauced Carl, so you're welcome. Free entertainment.
What was it? Donkey Brain. You guys ever watch?
Donkey
It's Always
brain.
Sunny. I think they
I don't
call it
watch it
Donkey
enough
Brain.
to know.
Yeah. Me either. I watched a few episodes of their podcast, and what was it? Anyways,
Yeah.
uh, yeah. How was your week this week? You and try any new places? Drink any tequila? Start any fights?
um
That means yes.
All of the
Wait,
above. No, I
wait.
didn't get into
Are
any
you the
fights.
are you the are you the type of girl that will get in someone's face and then get your boyfriend beat up?
No.
Will you get in there with them if it comes to that?
The only time I think I ever the only time I think I ever got riled up was at the place that we used to work at together. And I was there, I always got extra sauced when I would like come in on my day off. And this guy was like being an asshole to the girl that was working, and he was such a fucking douchebag. Let me just paint a picture for you right quick. This motherfucker was in khaki pants. He had like a button up on. I still have a photo of it. Maybe I'll put it on the gram. He had his button up shirt tucked into his undies. It was like his
Mm.
underwear was sticking out of his pants and his shirt was tucked into his underwear. And this
Do you think
motherfucker,
he missed? Because that happens sometimes, right, Joe?
yeah, I'm sure it does, but it
Like when you're
just
tucking your shirt in, it just feels good, right? It feels good, and you go with it. You go all the way around, and before you know it,
you're in your underwear. I don't
yeah.
know. I just it to me it just made everything make more sense. I was like, okay, you're a all around douche hole. And whatever. That was like one of the only times. And actually, Nina was working and she yelled at me to simmer down. And I was like, okay, whoa, just trying to protect my girls. Okay, I'll sit down.
Wait, who
Like,
was at the bar? Someone you knew?
I was at the bar
Oh, it
with,
was your day off.
yeah, yeah. I
Oh,
might have been with
oh.
this one or somebody else. I think I was with him.
Hmm, hmm.
And I was sitting next to the underwear guy.
The
and he was
all-around douche hole.
mhm.
Is that can we just make that a thing right now where it's like if you tuck your shirt into your underwear, we just call that the all-around douche hole?
You're tucking your shirt so far in, it goes all the way up your douche hole.
Or if you're tucking your button down into your underwear and your penis gets into one of your buttonholes, is that the douche hole?
I just
Are
took
you
the
okay?
big no. I just I just took the biggest sip before you said that. I could not deal.
Is that the
Um,
douche hole?
you know,
That's my question.
I never really was good at anatomy. Where is the douche hole? Anybody know?
Which, I guess technically, officially, men don't have douche holes.
Joe's gonna Google it for us. We'll put a
Okay,
photo of this on our
okay,
Instagram as
Google.
well.
Do men have douche holes?
I know that you
This
douche,
is not.
but I don't
This is
think
not.
that there is a douche hole, is there?
I guess douche just means shower in French.
This
So
is
technically,
we're going down
officially, we all douche.
we're going down a serious rabbit hole here. I'm so sorry. Okay, urbandictionary.com. This is what we needed. Okay.
God damn
Douche
it! Okay,
hole. A
already.
person, usually a man, who is acting like a douchebag. See? And he's acting like a douchebag and an asshole, which in fact means he is being a complete vagina. To call someone a douchehole is usually vulgar. Here's the example in a sentence. When Grandpa took my Xbox outside and shot it with a shotgun, I realized he was a complete douchehole.
You sound exactly like a 12-year-old right there. A
Thank
12-year-old
you.
boy.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, mister.
Well, I prefer my definition. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Sorry,
it's all
Urban
good.
Dictionary. When you tuck your entire shirt into your underwear, you're being an all-around douche hole. Is that what I said?
Yep.
I
But
already
then,
forgot.
yeah.
Anyways, you
Anywho,
started a fight with this guy,
I started a fight with this
and
guy. That was the only time I've ever really been in a fight, I think. But, anyways, back to your original question. I did drink tequila this weekend. Thank you for asking. Um,
it's kind of tequila season, isn't it?
yeah.
Which is at odds with our drink tonight, but
Well, I think
the
I like,
future is ours.
yeah. I mean, definitely tequila is like a spring summer drink, but I mean, I would argue that I like to drink it all year round, as well as gin. We already know that I've abolished vodka, so those are my two super easy drinks.
Tequila is absolutely in my top three. It's just fucking delicious.
Hmm.
Anyways, tell me about your what do you call it? Caterwauling? A douche hole is any hole you need to clean out. Okay. Yeah.
A douche hole is any hole you need to clean out, like a belly button.
As long as you use a douche for it.
Say no more. So, any hoodles, we went to this restaurant this weekend that I like a lot. It's up north here, and
In the north.
in the north, it's a Colombian restaurant, and
Ooh, okay, this sounds fun already.
yeah, it's really good. Their food's excellent. It used to be when they first opened, it used to be BYOB, which was fun. There's like a liquor store down the street. I went there with my friends a couple times and just go or whatever, buy a 6 pack of beer, sit down. They bring the glasses. It was fun. But now it's a full on, bar and restaurant. So, um, they've got like super authentic mojitos. I went to take a fucking photo and then I forgot because we were getting a little sauce. But they've got caprijinas on the menu.
Oh,
Um,
did you have one?
No, I didn't.
That's
Okay.
that's a Brazilian drink, but
Okay, so they
distinctly.
have oh, yeah, so they've got I mean, they have their cocktails are like one of everything. They're not necessarily Colombian cocktails, but, they've got so I had a mojito, they've got a margarita, Joe got this it was like a bourbon pina colada, basically. Um, Caprahina, yada, whatever. They've got a lot of stuff. You could tell they're when they first got their liquor license, they pretty much only had mojitos. And I went there with my dad once, actually. Shout out Chad, Chad Dad. I was gonna say Chad Daddy. No,
Oh.
shout out to my dad, Chad. We had we went there on they used to have Mojito Monday, and we both got fucking sauced. And I went home and I fucking puked my brains out, and I woke up in the morning and he was like I like walked down the stairs and he was like, Mojito Monday, huh? Yep.
Dude, your dad, Chad?
Yeah, my dad Chad said that. But
Your dad.
they have them in a they're cool. I mean, so mojitos are fun looking, I think, in general, because there's a bunch of mint and herbs going on in the glass.
Yeah,
But
you and I actually, I don't know if you remember this, and sorry to sidetrack you
that's
here,
okay.
but we had a bit of a, and I mean bit in the true sense of the word, we had a bit of a discrepancy when we were working together when it came to mojitos, right?
I don't remember that, but I'm sure that I was uneducated and stupid.
Well, I wouldn't say that because I think that's something valid. I think your position was valid in as much as mine was. I made a mojito. We were making mojitos because we were growing mint, our own mint, right
Mhm.
outside of the bar, and it's pretty easy. It's a decent drink, and chicks dig it apparently. But I tend to strain all of most of the mint out.
Mm,
But
mhm,
you liked it in the glass. You liked the
mhm.
big chunky kind of whatever
I'm like, "Make it a
stem
salad.
in the
Let's
middle.
just make it a
Yeah,
rum
yeah,
salad."
yeah, exactly, and, honestly, I don't think I said this at the time, but I didn't mind. I liked the way yours looked, but I also
Mhm,
liked the way mine looked as well. There's something, I don't know, fundamentally wrong with having this in my mind, at least, with
mhm,
having a drink that has all this detritus kind of like floating around in it or whatever, but it's unfounded,
mhm,
and it's a personal thing, and maybe overly picky,
mhm. Yeah.
pedantic on my part. Anyways,
Yeah, I think that
and
mojitos are sort of, like a relaxed drink. I don't think of them as like a fancy cocktail. So maybe that's why I'm
mhm.
more down with the so basically I mean, I would consider this like an authentic mojito, if that makes sense. Like they're not trying to be fancy, not trying too hard. They're just throwing their shit in a glass and it tastes good. But they just they have it in a mason jar, and I'm gathering that they just make it all in it. There's not a bar to sit at, so you can't see them making them. But
Oh, really?
mhm. It's the place is super tiny, and it's just like
I don't
packed with
hate that.
tables. And it's really cool. They've got a great back patio. It like sits on this little alley, and in the summer, they have tables in the alley, and they always have bands. It's really fun. We should go sometime if you come up here in the summertime. Um, but anyway, so it's just mint is packed in this mason jar. They put a sugar cane in it. Um, it's just like really good and chunky and delicious. I don't know what else to say. But but they're a very busy place. It's small and they're very busy. And at the front, we were waiting for our table. We put our name in, and they had I'll post a picture of it, like I said, on the gram. But they took like I'm gathering that they use the limes for something else. So they have like limes cut in half, and then they juice them with one of those like wooden things.
A
Um,
muddle?
is that what you call them?
Uh, I'm assuming.
Okay.
Yeah. Was
So
it a
they
staff? How long was it? Was it a bow staff?
Well, I didn't see. I didn't see them muddling
Was it
them.
just like a broomstick? Was there anything like on the other end of it? Was it?
No.
You're our investigative journalist, uh, Carl. You have to find these things out.
Okay, I'll look into it. Um, so basically, there were just these tequila boats, okay, and they had them lined up into each other, just like what I'm getting at here is, I guess I should just come out with it. They had a bottle of tequila sitting at the front door with these limes, okay, that had been hollowed out, so it's like a boat.
Oh,
And the owner came up to us. We had already had one or two, and the owner comes up to us and goes, "Did you have some tequila?" And I was like, "Yes." And he was like, you could tell he didn't speak a lot of English. He's like, "Did you have some tequila?" And I felt like we needed to take another one because he was there. So we took another one. And so then it was like, you could tell people don't really know that that's what is going on. Like, if they've got a bottle of tequila with a spout in it, like it's
a
meant
spigot?
a spigot. Yeah, Joe. There's a handle on it.
Oh yeah, that would be a spigot. A spout would be like
Joe,
at
what
the
the fuck is the thing called that you put in the top of a liquor bottle?
Jigger?
No,
that's a spout.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay, okay. Did it have a handle?
No, I'm fucking with you.
Because spigots have handles. Wait.
I Oh my god. Good grief. Good grief.
Anyways,
Anyways,
it's-
these girls walked in after us and they were like, "What's happening here?" And I was like, "It's free tequila." And she's like, "What?" They're like, "Young." And I'm like, which actually that's probably, not that I think about it. What if there's like just underage people walking in the front door and drinking tequila? I was like, "Yeah, it's free
taking
tequila."
off running.
Yeah, I was like, "Have some. It's free. It's complimentary." And the girl's like, "What? No way." And I was like, "Yeah, yeah way. Put it on TikTok." And she was like, "Way?" And I was like, "Yeah, way." And she did. I don't know about the TikTok thing, but
Fair enough. Fair enough. I actually that whole last part I hated. Very deep
I'm sorry.
part of me. The whole no, no, no.
But
It's
have you
fine.
ever seen anything like
I'm
that?
getting old. I haven't. I haven't. I like. I mean, but I like it.
Mhm.
I like that they're trying to create this lively atmosphere right at the door.
Mhm.
Come in and they're like, "Bitch, if this is your first time at what's the name of the place? Oh, you can't say. Never mind. Don't. This is your first time. You have to drink." I like
You
that.
will be drinking tonight.
Exactly. Yeah.
What
You
the thing
want to
that
drink.
was like funny
You want to drink. Period.
yeah. The thing that was like funny is, I mean, Pod Mom and I, when we go out, we always are like, we're out one, two places before we go to our final destination for dinner. So like we're already a bit sauced.
Mm.
And we will walk in the door and they said it was like 20 minutes for our table. And so I was like, went to the hostess girl and I was like, "Can we order a drink?" Because there's no bar. And she was like, "Yeah, of course." So like we already ordered a drink. We're already sauced and we're like, I'm sitting next to the tequila and I'm like, "Okay, just waiting for the table. Just keeping me happy while I'm waiting for the table." Like,
Yeah, that's fucking dangerous,
yeah.
actually. I mean, I, I, I don't know. Maybe this is my own problem, but I would never take advantage of that. I'd take one little one and then like sip on it until we got sat, and then get another one. But I can see how some people would walk in and just be like,
Take advantage of it.
pouring fucking tequila into their eyes,
Mhm.
like this, like let's get fucking,
Let's
you
get
know.
lit up, brother.
When you said like random kids like just running in there, I used to think there's in the neighborhood I grew up in, there was a fire station and they had a water fountain in there. Um, and we would just run in there randomly and get drinks out of the water fountain. That's
Mhm.
just like we were hot, we were out playing in the summertime, just kids. We'd run into the fire station and I just thought of like, you know, me and my my 6 friends at like 13 years old, fucking running into this place in the neighborhood,
Yeah.
and then just fucking like, just get real quick, do it, just go, do it. Like, we're gonna have such a good time. We're getting fucked up.
I'm
Just
high
grab one. No
quality.
one will know.
Oh my god. I mean, like,
Yeah,
speaking back to the last episode of underage drinking, I mean, imagine if word got out that this place, all you gotta do is walk in, put your name on the list. You know, walk in and say,
and
"It's
there's no one there.
Billy Bob." Like, "What's your name for the table, sir?" "It's Billy Bob." And then just like fucking walk out with a bottle of tequila. Have yourself a
Oh
night.
fuck. Yeah, that's fucking dangerous. Actually, that's really. It seems like they're opening themselves up to a liability. I'm
Mhm.
not sure if I. Someone should call them and let them know.
But hey, I had a good time.
That's what's important.
I'm also a
That's what's
liability, so
important.
you probably I mean, don't let me in
You-
your restaurant in general.
Yeah. Well, my week wasn't as eventful, unfortunately. I didn't work 5 days this past week, which is really nice.
Mhm.
So, uh, but I found out that I'm going to be unemployed at the end of the month.
I know.
I know.
Did you
Is
want me to
that
fake it?
no, no, no,
Oh.
no, no,
Oh,
no,
no.
no, no, no. I never, ever
I'm not a good
wanted to fake
actress,
it. Ever.
as you
Yeah.
could imagine.
I can always tell. I can always tell when chicks are faking it, anyways. Like every
Oh.
other guy out there in the world. I know. But
In all seriousness.
it's kind of serious, right? I
Mhm.
mean, this is the place that brought all of us together.
Mhm.
I guess you could say it inspired the Bottomless Bar podcast to a degree. Is
Yeah,
that fair to say?
I was thinking that today, actually.
Really?
Yeah,
Really?
I was thinking I always go I always get so, like, I don't know what to do on the internet. Like, I'll be like, "Oh, I'm gonna totally post this," and I'll, like, make this whole post, and then I'll be like, "I'm not gonna post it." Like, on my personal stuff. And, like, I just, like, hate that about myself. Like, who gives a fuck? Like, I just care too much about what people think sometimes, and I don't know why. It's something I'm working on. But I was thinking about posting on when they made their post that so many people are making nice comments, and it's really nice to see. And I thought about doing my own, and I was like, I don't know, and I didn't. But one of the things that I was thinking was, I mean, holy smokes, I've met so many good people that I worked with, that I served at the bar, people that I still talk to this day, people that I'll probably talk to for the rest of my life. Like, one of the reasons why I stayed there for as long as I did is because I was so close to everybody. Um, and it saddened me to leave. I mean, I cried like a baby on my last day. Like, everyone came in and showered me with joy. So it's bittersweet. We of course have our bad stories, but I think that the good outweigh the bad, and we wouldn't be here today if it weren't for that establishment. So I think that's
Yeah, absolutely. And I don't to dial it way out for a second. One of the things that I always liked about bartending is that you are a part of the community and very locally, right? Like you're in your neighborhood. If you're the bartender, people know you,
mhm.
and people, and that's a good thing ultimately. And to see all of the outpour, the positive outpouring for this place, essentially changing hands,
Mhm.
was really really nice. And that's what you want, I think. To speak somewhat nebulously about this, if you're starting a business like that, that's the best case scenario. You want to become part of the community. You want to live there. You want to affect people's lives in a good way. And to scratch my own back a bit, that's something that I I tried to do while I was there.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope that that happened. I hope people I hope I brought value to people's day,
Yeah.
if that makes any sense.
Yeah. Well, if anybody's life you touched, it was mine, Joey. So,
Well, I appreciate that, and because well, seriously, and to dial it a little further out,
dial it back, baby.
um, you it's very easy to question yourself
Mm-hmm.
just in regular life, just day to day. You do things, and you hit a certain age, you don't necessarily have a guide, and any amount of pushback may derail you. And I stayed true to who I was while working there,
Mm-hmm.
and I think it panned out ultimately. I I wouldn't want it to. I don't necessarily want current ownership to sell, but I understand why they're doing it.
Mm-hmm.
So, but did you have any other thoughts? That got really somber there for a second. We
Yeah,
said we were
no, I mean,
going like
I think it's okay. I mean, I think a lot of our listeners they know us from that. And so, um, no, it's bittersweet. I mean, I've been out of that place for like probably 3-ish years, right? And I had people reach out to me today personally, um, just to,
really.
just to talk about it. I mean, one of the regulars put me in a group chat with someone that I bartended there with and was like, I miss you guys. We should get together soon. I just bought a house. So, like, come over. And I'm like, that's these people that I haven't seen in years. And it's just like when I say that I met the most genuine people there, I mean it. Like people that I live out of town now. I still will see people when I come back into town. I still talk to them regularly. And I don't know, we made good relationships and yeah, it's a good
Yeah,
place.
yeah, and I guess if bottomless bar becomes a thing, if it ever becomes a thing, that's something that I'd like to translate it to, right? Is
Mhm.
is is like a local community thing, and you know, fucking, I'm not gonna have any more kids, I don't think, and uh, you know, be part of the community. It's best case scenario. Uh, fuck. I have mixed emotions about the whole thing. I thought that this was inevitable. And do you remember me telling you when I first started working there? My days are numbered. I just don't know what that number is. Do
Mhm.
you remember me saying that to you?
Yep.
Um, Unfortunately, that is the service industry in a nutshell.
Mhm.
You can't go into a bar, most places, or a restaurant and have a viable career and make a living and live in the neighborhood that you work in and everything. And um, I guess that's the bitter part of this whole thing.
Mhm.
The sweet part is me being, you know, I told you so. Like,
Yeah.
look at me, I'm right.
Yeah.
Mm, yeah. But uh, but I was trying to think about it today, and there's 100 people. It sounds silly when I say it out loud, but there's probably 100 people or more that know me as this guy,
Mhm.
and like they're instantly comfortable around me for whatever reason, because I've served them drinks and I listen to their bullshit.
Mhm.
And I'm serious, right?
Yeah.
Like it's weird when I say it out loud, but I don't know. It's like a self-fulfilling prophecy in a good way and also a bad way, right? Bitter and sweet, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
But you know what? I think we all kind of seen this coming with the pandemic. Like the
Mhm.
last 2 years in the service industry were beyond anything that anyone has ever had to deal with in living memory.
Mhm.
And ownership, I guess. We spoke a little bit about this before we started recording, but they started out as a bar owner,
Mhm.
and it didn't necessarily serve them well.
What do you mean by
Uh,
that?
well, they had no experience. They didn't know who they were, like what they were dealing with, and who they were dealing with, and um,
No experience in the industry.
no experience in the industry. And you know, to me, this was inevitable, and I guess that's what I was saying to you before we started recording. Like I seen this coming. The service industry is incredibly hard,
Mhm.
and if you're not prepared, if you're not committed to going all the way in and investing in your staff and investing in your community, it'll eat you up.
Mhm.
If and it only takes a couple people, and I think, and you can go back and listen to previous episodes of this podcast, and you can see how one or two people will set you back years. Uh, I don't know. It's really interesting to me, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. But well, anyways, I'm going to be free when you guys come into town. We should have drinks. I guess that's my point, is that I'm unemployed. And
We will
yeah,
most definitely have to see each other.
yeah. But yeah, anything else to add with the closing of this place? It feels like an end of an era. I've worked there for 5 years, more than 5 years now.
It's yeah, it's sad, and that's how long I worked there too. And I don't know, the owners I think are good people. I think they mean well. I wish them the best. Um
Same.
to all the, I hope that the regulars still continue to support the new place. I think there's no reason not to. And you know, the regulars keep in touch with their bartenders if they'd like to, and just continue that community feeling, and that's all you could
I
hope for,
hope.
I guess.
I really hope. I really hope that's the case. We're past 33 minutes at this point. It's probably, I don't know if you're ready. You've already had a whole bottle of wine apparently. Um,
Shit.
if we're ready for another
You
drink,
trying to cut me off?
I'm feeling these two. No, I just wanted to say out loud what the fuck we're doing here, and acknowledge the time. But uh, I hope also that the new owners are. I hope that they stay true to the community aspect of the place,
Mhm.
because you look on the socials of what it is now. You look on their socials, and it's the most liked post, the most commented on posts. It's top 3 probably from what I've seen.
Uh-huh.
And that's the impact of our jobs.
Mhm.
If you do it well, right? If you do it well, you touch so many people, and I hope that the new ownership comes in and they stay true to the community building aspect of this whole thing. It's just regular people living a life, on the same timeline as you,
Yeah.
and just trying to have a genuine experience with a good cocktail
Yeah.
or a beer.
Mhm.
So,
Or
um,
nachos.
or nachos, yeah. Well, Anyways, here we are, 35 minutes. How are you feeling at this point, Carl? You ready for another drink?
Thirsty.
Yeah. Well, drink break, everyone.
Drink break.
Be right back. Welcome back, everyone. Coming back from drink break. I'm not
Yeah.
going to do what I said I was
For
not going
nachos.
to do. I've already had a couple of these, but Carl, this is your first night having one. Is that correct? The drink we're drinking tonight
Thirsty.
is an aviation. And
Drink
I
break.
didn't know this, but it has this like storied history. You know, when you maybe this is a bit of a peek behind the scenes at Bottomless Bar production. One of the references I always use for the cocktails that we drink, and it just gives and gives and gives, is liquor.com.
That is correct.
So if no one is familiar, or you're googling drinks and trying to, liquor.com is the source. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. They probably want us to pay for advertising on their site, which uh whatever, fine. But liquor.com is pretty solid. They really do a deep dive on all these cocktails, and they have it's kind of like a Wikipedia almost. They have all the links and everything. It's really nice. But
Sponsor us.
yeah, and there's just not. Yeah, absolutely. It's honestly just very nice, and it's a good companion. It has been a good companion to Bottomless Bar. Um, but when when
I was
I
thinking that same
went
thing.
to
They give you
liquor.com to
like the
drink
full
or
breakdown of
to
stuff,
drink about this aviation,
story to go
I
with it, links.
I didn't
And
realize
it's
what I
like
was getting
one
into.
of the cleanest
For
websites
some
I've seen too,
reason,
as far as like liquor
I
websites go.
had thought that who's the Ryan? It's one of the Canadian Ryans, the really attractive Ryans. He was Deadpool. Ryan Reynolds. Well, he has a gin out there called Aviation Gin. And for whatever reason, I thought those two were connected. But that's not the case. No, aviation, the cocktail has it is a
Mm-hmm.
pre-prohibition cocktail. One of the reasons apparently it fell off, uh, it lost popularity,
Ryan
is
Reynolds.
that in
Ryan
the
Reynolds.
creme de violet that you use to build this
Mm-hmm.
cocktail with stopped being imported into the United States, and people just kind of forgot about it. And
Okay.
with the Renaissance, the cocktail Renaissance of the early aughts, you know, creme de violet came back. Local producers started making it. The aviation was rediscovered, and long long story
Mm-hmm.
short, here we are tonight drinking it. And
Mm.
when I, we have like we talk about the podcast a fair amount before we record, after we record. One of the things is, what are we drinking? What are we talking about? It's a common refrain for us. So when I was in our, I guess you could say, post production meeting with Podmom, he posed the question. I said, well, what do you guys have most of? Like, what's the most, how much primary spirit, like, or I'm fucking this up because I've already had two of these
Mm-hmm.
drinks and I'm getting sauced, but, what do you have the most of in your house? He said, Jen. I immediately thought of aviation. And I wasn't excited about that. I wasn't excited about the aviation when I've drank them in the past, and it's been years since I've had one until tonight, and it's not my favorite. It's kind of on the sweet side, if that makes any sense, and, it's, like, flowery and herbal, and with the gin
Hmm.
wait, those are different things. Sure. Yeah. Well, they're liqueurs. After we've already been derailed, yeah.
Hmm.
Wait, that's crème de violet in your left hand.
But
Well, in your
similar,
right
no?
hand is the, cassis. Well, they're
Because didn't
distinctly
I
different
don't want to right? I don't want to
things.
derail us, but
No, we
this
didn't
is
use the
what
crème
we
de violet in the El
used
Diablo.
at our place of business
That's what we put in the
in
El Diablo?
our El Diablo.
Oh, then we weren't making El Diablos.
Correct. Correct.
Yeah. We had that weird
Correct.
well, yeah, that's what I was going to look for tonight, but we didn't have that. At the my
But do you
local liquor store,
remember
we didn't have that. We had the Gifford.
this bottle?
Yeah. But,
What was this used for? Do you remember this bottle at
yeah,
work?
no, don't apologize for that. But, what an
Yes.
aviation is, it's a gin drink.
That's what
It's
I'm
2 ounces of
saying,
gin.
baby.
It is a
Do you remember this
quarter
bottle?
ounce of crème de violet,
This
which
specific bottle?
is actually made from violets, apparently. It's, 3/4 of an ounce of
Yeah.
freshly squeezed lemon juice and
I'm sorry. I just had like
a
a do
half
do do
of
do
an
moment.
ounce of Luxardo maraschino liqueur, and that's the sweet in this. What you do is you shake the shit out of it on ice, strain it straight up into a chilled coupe, preferably double strained, just so there's no ice chips. And that's an aviation. I wasn't excited about it, but I'm drinking it tonight. It's really fucking good. I'm on my third one. I'm not mad about it. I'm pretty stoked. And Carl, you were saying that you
Hmm.
hadn't had one until tonight. Yeah, and right now what you're doing is you're going back and forth with your nose from the creme de violet to the cassis. What like are you perceiving those things differently right now?
It's really fucking good. That is correct.
Well, it was the El Pancho, wasn't it? Yeah.
I was gonna tell him to like this is not necessary to keep in the pod, but it's part of me feels like it's interesting. I don't know. I really unless someone can call me out that we used that liqueur at our place of business for something else, but like I distinctively remember using it for that. And we could have had a spin-off version of an El Diablo, but
I'm pretty sure it's creme de cassis, but
yeah, it
we
was
can just
named
call
after
it cassis.
my key cat. But
So,
oopsies. Um but we only
yes.
named it that because we
Yes.
always had to have a unique name. They didn't want to use a classic cocktail name. But so
Yeah, it's floral.
the cassis that we
It's very
use
floral.
is it creme de cassis or just
Yeah.
cassis? Okay. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. But it's way sweet smelling. Very sweet. And this one is the creme de violet is almost like rose smelling. Not sweet. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
very
both
floral.
both of
It
those things,
honestly
yeah.
smells like a perfume. But I love this cocktail. I mean, I fell in love with the last word when we had it, OTP. Um, I've made it several times since we recorded that episode. This is very similar. The aviation is very similar to me to a last word. Um, it's a little bit more like herbally, maybe a little bit more floral, but it's so good. I mean,
Drink
and I
it.
don't just think it's the
Drink it,
Sauvignon Blanc
bitch.
speaking. This is really good. Like we go through like to be transparent with our listeners. I mean, Joe and I are sitting in two different
Yeah.
parts of the
Would you
state.
say it's
We're
an
buying these
easy drink and
ingredients
drink?
to make these cocktails. I hope you fucking people appreciate
This is
it. And it's like I don't know. A
and that
lot of
it
these
is.
things are
It's
things that
really
I haven't
good.
had before, and it's
It's
like we're just like
so I'm using Tanqueray.
shake that shit up and drink it, and
I
then
think
hope
you
you
guys are
like
using
it.
the Vim and Pedal. Is that
And
correct?
I'm like it, so I'm happy. I'm satisfied. No, what I would say is that it's a super easy drink and drink.
The guild was the elderflower. Is that right? What is it? Oh, chamomile. Okay. I'm not terribly familiar with that, but what I'll
Okay.
say about an aviation is, um, it's light.
Yeah, I meant to.
It's very
I meant to
floral.
use.
Very.
Oh, did we finish that
It's got a
watershed gin?
sweet note to it, and that's the
Guild
Luxardo,
gin?
and I
Carry
like
on.
it, like not
The
in a
guild
bad
gin is
way.
still over there.
No,
The
the other
regular
one.
gin is in the kitchen.
You
Chamomile.
yes,
Yeah,
yes, you
chamomile.
garnish it with a Luxardo, maraschino cherry, like the original maraschino cherry, which makes all the difference. And I splurged tonight. I spent $25 on a little fucking can of those things.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Haven't you listened to the other episode?
It's the combination of the
Fucking
cherry
things
and the
are
liqueur,
expensive.
right? Because
I don't know.
you put a maraschino cherry in it.
No, I just well, yeah, I probably
Sorry.
did because, obviously I waited until the last minute to get
Mhm.
prepared for this fucking podcast. So I was running to the liquor store. Yeah.
Is that
I,
how much it cost?
that's at 100%.
Wait, how big of a can?
But
How
since we
big of a
haven't had
can
a
did you
guest
get?
here and
I
you
know
guys don't
that
come
I
over
own
anymore,
them, but
I
how
haven't
big of a
cleaned my
can
house
did
in
you buy?
weeks.
I think you might have got ripped off.
There's so much of my own hair on my bathroom floor. It looks like
Duh.
a new
Doy.
person. Like it looks like I have a rug, but it's
That's why you're so sweaty when you show up
what?
to record. You
Yes.
like just
You're
run
welcome,
back to the
ladies.
liquor
Call
store.
me. But what one of the things I was saying before we started recording, what I love about cocktailing is you can take one
There's shit
ingredient out because this is
everywhere.
a cousin to a last word, I guess, right? Unofficially.
Wow.
You can take out
Wow.
the chartreuse, add the creme de violet,
Hot.
and it is a fucking 180. It's an entirely new experience. And it's 1 degree of separation. I fucking love that. This whatever little nerdy thing in my brain just lights up with this shit. And I absolutely love
Mhm.
it. Um,
I
great
would say
drink.
so.
Luxardo cherry as a garnish. Try it at home if you haven't already. It's great for spring, great for summer, great for
Mhm.
anytime, really. But oh, shake the shit out of it and drink it.
Mhm.
Yeah. So, Joe, have you tried this? Oh yeah, cheers to you too. Also, thank you. Batch. Thank you again for
And if you
for
know me
for coming on.
personally, come
Oh my god,
over
I'm
because I
spilling it
got
everywhere.
plenty of shit to drink and I'm happy
I
to
know
shake
it's
the
the
shit
worst.
out of
Well,
something for you.
hold on one second. Let me get it. Let me get a towel.
Yeah. Just shake the shit out of it and drink it, bitch. It's not that serious.
We'll try not to spill it
Cheers.
on this really expensive audio equipment that I have.
Cheers to you, Betch. Cheers. Cheers,
Um,
Betch.
but so wait, we already said you haven't. This is your first one.
Good
You
grief.
love it. You absolutely love it. You're in love. Joe, have you tried this cocktail?
Are you serious? Mm-hmm. Love it.
I have not.
Here you go. Joey was drinking GTs all day. That's something that I think would be really
A
fun to talk
GNT?
about is how the douche holes of our society give
That's never
cocktails
happened to me. If it
nicknames
has,
and
I've just completely fucking
shout
disregarded
at
it.
you in their abbreviations at the bar. Sir, can I place your order? Or like I mean I guess I don't work at McDonald's. Sir, what can I get for you? GT? I'll take a GT. Pardon? GT? Y'all make do y'all make no, not GNT, just GT. Did that ever happen to you? Yeah, it's happened to me and I mean like I've said, OTP. I fucking
Yeah,
hate
no, I
everybody and especially those people. And that happened to me constantly. I mean, listen, like I get the RBV, I get the Red Bull
the fuck is it?
vodka, I get that
What's a
abbreviation.
TW?
I don't agree with it, but I understand it. The GT is a little like,
If you
okay,
said
what
duh
else
to
are we gonna
me,
do?
if
You
you
know,
said duh, bruh
what's
to
next?
me,
Yes.
What? What's that?
I would
Vodka.
Oh,
immediately kick
VS,
you out of
yeah, VS,
the fucking bar.
VT, vodka
Just
tonic,
fucking get out,
um,
duh, bruh.
TW. Y'all, hey, Joe, what if I was like, what if I came to see you next
Don't say
weekend and I'm
duh,
like,
bruh to me. Duh.
tequila
I
water,
hate it.
duh,
I
bruh,
hate all
duh,
of that.
bruh.
This is how I know I'm getting old.
Look it up in a
I
book.
just,
What are you, stupid?
I'm like, these fucking idiots.
As
No,
a
tell me.
customer, duh, bruh.
Oh
It's a fucking,
shit.
it's a fucking TW,
Yes,
duh, bruh.
I don't
What are
remember.
you
I
nuts?
don't
Look it
fucking
up in a
remember.
fucking
So
book, you dweeb.
that's not what it's called. I don't know when it happened in the past.
Wait, do you know
I
what
know it
else
happened,
drives me
I
up a
think,
wall?
but we had this
Since we're
guy.
here,
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah, dude, this
people
past
that
week,
think
and I forgot about
that they could fucking
and
touch
even
you
like
while you're working.
don't make me come up there.
Wait, what was that? What
Don't
was
make
that
me
episode
find
we
you
had?
like Liam Nielsen.
Don't fucking touch me.
But
Don't fuck. It's called Don't Fucking Touch Me.
but this guy, so
I
the
think that's
place
what it's called.
where I work that's currently been sold, they make their own beer.
Recently?
And there's a whole other like
Yeah,
third
bruh.
of the place
Duh, bruh.
dedicated to
It
that.
happened this weekend.
And sometimes they leave the door to that place open. And there's a sign on it that says employees only. Well, I had just gotten to work
Don't make me drive up 71 and
and
pop a cap in your ass.
I don't know, you guys
Carry
have like
on.
regular jobs, quote unquote regular jobs. When you just get to work, do you want to be talked to? Do you want to like you need a few minutes, at least 8 8 8 minutes to settle in, right? And
Mm.
like acclimate to your surroundings. What's the same thing for bartenders? Anyways, I just got to work. I hadn't
So
been
they
there for
say.
3 minutes yet. This guy looks at me. He goes, "Hey, I'm going to check out your brewery." And then just proceeds to walk in there. And I'm like,
Don't even
initially,
don't
I'm
even
like,
look me in the eye. Don't even look me in the eye.
go fuck yourself. I didn't say that because it's not my brewery, right? But I just, the audacity of this gentleman
Mhm.
had set me back, and I was,
Yep.
I don't know, I'm a fucking bastard, I guess. I came into work and I was like, why am I here? Money's fake, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But I know, right? Like Putin's gonna invade, gas is fucking $8 a gallon, like life isn't worth living. Anyways, this guy fucking just looks at me and he's wearing like, you know,
Mhm.
khaki cargo pants with like Merrill shoes, and he didn't have, wait, what do we call it? He wasn't doing the all around douche hole. He wasn't he wasn't
We're
doing the
all
all
gonna
around douche hole, no.
die. Money isn't real.
I'm sure he does. He was wearing like a ball cap and he was wearing like one of those
No.
like olive drab green sweaters that's like it's like a mock turtleneck.
Oh, no, tell me his
I
shirt
guess,
was
is
tucked
that
into
what
his
it's,
undies.
you know what I'm
Probably,
talking,
right?
and he just like pointed at me. You guys are
He didn't have it?
yeah, right. And he was like, I'm gonna
Okay,
check
maybe
out your
he has a day
brewery.
off, but I bet he
And
does it on the
um
weekends.
anyways, I like alerted ownership. I was like, hey, you got this random guy looking at your brewery right now. So they went back and fucking like dealt with him or whatever. And then he came out and I was by the end of the bar, the open end of the bar. And he was
Oh,
talking to
he
some
thought he
other
was
random person. He was like, well,
somebody.
I know people. And I'm just like standing there, like grabbing
What is this,
glasses, dirty
J.
glasses,
Crew?
whatever. He's like, I know people. I can get you a drink. And he like tapped me on the shoulder. And I was like, yeah. I was instantly, yes, 100%. And it sent me into a fucking rage. I don't, if you're a longtime listener of Bottomless Bar, don't fucking touch me. That's triply true in the first like 8 minutes of me being at work.
No.
If it's after hours, then I want all of your hands on me.
No. No.
That's while they're working. And you know, this was in that cool off period. This is, I don't know why this isn't assumed. This is the cool off period where I'm like adjusting from like who I actually want to be as a person to bartender Joe. And he's like,
Unless it's
he's
after
already,
hours.
he's
And
he's like fucking
unless it's
like
after
slapping
hours
me on
and
the
I've
shoulder
already
like
slid
fucking
into your
Ric Flair.
DMs.
He was like, I can get you a
Oh,
drink. And woo! And I just wasn't having it. It sent me over the top. And I walked away. And there's a gentleman, there's a Chad that we work with who worked there before as a barback,
Mhm.
who has a great ass. You know exactly,
Actually
you know
wanna meet this
exactly who I'm talking
person.
about, Carl. Great ass, lovely person. Yeah,
Like your
greater heart.
fucking
Yeah, he's genuinely a nice person. I have this story off the pod to tell you about him, but uh, I looked at him and I was like, keep him away from me. I was like, I can't wait on him.
Mm,
Just please. And I walked to
amo.
the other end of the bar and
That ass,
that
though.
that was one of those moments where
Great
I
ass,
would have
bigger heart.
solicited a bad review and been like, dude, what are you
Mhm.
thinking? This was at also this was at like 4 in the afternoon on a
I
Saturday,
can't wait.
right? Yeah, exactly. Yes, thank you, Joe. Thank you. And I couldn't. I mean, have fun. Do what you got to do. Like that's what the bar is for. But don't
Mhm.
fucking touch me.
Yeah.
Like everything else was on the edge, but don't fucking touch me. Just don't. That
Mhm.
maybe this is irrational. I don't know. Whoever's out there, whoever's still listening,
No,
whoever we haven't pissed off yet, tell me if I'm the asshole
talk
here.
about day
I'll probably
drinkers, assholes. Where do they
I'll
get the
probably still tell you to
nerve?
go fuck yourself, but push back a little bit. I don't know.
Mhm.
Wait, did you have a similar experience? Like,
Yep. Don't fucking touch me.
mm, that's too
We'll
much.
hear you out. We'll hear you out, but seriously, go fuck yourself. No, I mean nothing like that. I mean, the shit that pissed me off is we always had regulars that felt like they needed to be hugged
So wait, would you hug him?
at the beginning and the end of their transaction.
Did you do one
And
of
they
those?
and they'd come
Mm,
over to that same
yeah,
side of the
yeah,
open-ended bar and just give you a big old hug. And you know what I
oh
want,
yeah,
right,
yeah.
Carl?
You
And
always
it's
go
like,
under their arm.
ah,
Is it weird? Like if you go
ugh.
over?
You know, like don't. How about don't? You know? So so yeah, it's like what are you supposed to do?
No
It was
one wants
like
to
this
be. If you're
awkward,
two
like
guys, like
it was a side
you don't want to be
hug,
the
you
under
know, with
guy.
the like
You don't want to be
this.
under their arms. Yeah, exactly.
Like you come up under and you just
You want to be the over.
pat their back. It's like, yeah.
Yeah, no, that's I can understand.
I think that's too
Uh,
personal. Because then it's like your breasts are
the
like
now
on their
disgraced
chest.
Louis
It's
C.K.
like,
had this whole bit about boobs where he was like, I
hello,
could be through
mister.
like two parkas if I'm in a crowd and my elbow touches a boob. I know exactly what happened.
No,
Can you imagine?
no.
Guys know,
And if
Joe,
you're a
you know exactly what I'm
girl
talking about.
hugging a man, you don't want
Boobs
to
on
be
your
breast
chest.
on chest.
You know they're boobs.
Hashtag breast on chest.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah. Yeah. Well, you don't know. You have boobs all the time, so you're numb to it. You're you're numb to the
Joey, no.
effects of boobs.
Anywho, I didn't really follow. I didn't know. I just didn't really
All
follow that bit. I didn't follow the bit in the parka with the boobs. And that's the unfortunate thing about being a woman. And I'm going to talk about that on a different podcast.
Pod Mom has this look in his eye right now.
But the thing that
He's
they
like,
don't
tell
tell
me
you is when you're a woman, you get these boobs and you have them all the
he's
time. And it's
he's
the
frozen
craziest
on my
thing.
screen right now.
You wake up with
Wait, how do I
them,
fucking take a
you
screen?
go to sleep with them, you're working out with them. They're always
No,
there.
no. I have
They're
one of
always
these.
pulling you down. Anyways, that's just breasts. Hashtag that's just breasts.
What?
Chest on breast.
It's wireless.
It's like a twinkle
Like,
in his
don't
eye.
you go like this?
You gotta use your cell phone.
I just
What are you
screenshotted you.
doing?
I
What the
anoint
fuck
you,
with the
sir.
keyboard?
Screenshot.
Are you serious?
God damn it! Now you're unfrozen, Joe, and
Wait,
it's the moment has
wait,
passed. You're sitting there
wait.
talking
Show me
about
how
boobs.
you're
You're
about to
like,
take a screenshot.
oh,
Yeah, just hold the keyboard up to the screen. Oh fuck, I thought I
if you
was
can't see
recording.
it,
God damn it, I hate technology.
if you have to
Yep,
ask,
that's a
and you
screenshot.
can't afford
Nailed it.
it.
Yep. Yep, that's it.
How fucking terrible is it that I laugh at all my own jokes? God, I'm the worst. Anyways,
Wait, show us your shirt.
uh, I'm pretty
What does it
sauced
say?
up. Um, have we
I'm really
have we
excited to
covered all
be
the
here.
ground that we wanted to cover? Carl, did you have
I Thank you for listening.
Did you have any? Yeah, with
No, I
regards
think it's great.
to our, what was it? No. Our meeting place changing hands right now. Yeah, yeah, yeah. In regards to the aviation,
Water down the wrong pipe.
have you seen,
Have
it's
I
a, it's a
said have
solid,
I said all I needed to
solid.
say?
Yeah. Hmm.
Podcast? No.
The last place I worked, we that's
Yeah.
we that it was in our well. That was our well
Yeah, I
gin, was
mean,
aviation. Uh,
yeah. I'm Gucci.
gin is my number one spirit.
Love it. I'm gonna keep
So
coming back for more.
there aren't a lot of gins out there that I don't
Wait,
like.
I meant to ask, have you had the aviation
Aviation
gin?
is not one of the ones that I'm a huge fan of. Totally fine with it. It's better than Aristocrat gin. That's not saying a
Okay.
lot, but
You like it or?
it's solid. It's a solid gin. Um, if there is, I'll take it over Tanqueray if a place has both of those. But if they, being in Ohio, if they have the Watershed Four Peel, I'm going to go with that. 10 out of 10 times, because when I usually just drink gin and soda, so and then you
Mhm.
with the lime or a splash of lime if people fresh squeeze, but because I want to taste that, and the Four Peel is it's this isn't my saying, but
Okay.
it's like spring in a glass. A person I dated years ago had said that. Never had gin before, and she was super into it. Anyways, uh, aviation's solid. It's fine. It's good. Yeah. um, I'm sure she's still alive.
Mm.
For the record,
Mm.
we did not do it. She's dead. It's not us. Anyways, uh,
God rest her soul.
I'm super sauced up. We're over an hour right now. Try to keep it short every week. We just fucking ramble and ramble and ramble, and it's I I think we're really fun.
We didn't kill her, for the record.
Yeah, that's that's reasonable.
Mm-mm.
That's reasonable.
It's time to
Anyways,
go.
I guess it's time. It's time to wrap it all up. We're gonna turn the sign, count the drawer,
But we have a lot to
and turn the
say.
lights up. If you
And we're
try the
funny.
cocktail at home, let us know. We want to hear your
I
thoughts on
think
the
so.
aviation. If you disagree with anything that we said tonight, which I don't remember any of it,
Joe's like,
I don't know how you could
like,
disagree with it.
you're
But
fine.
if you, yeah, we got the thumbs up from Pod Mom. That's all the validation I need. Uh, anyways, reach out to us. If you hate us, share us with your enemies. We're now on YouTube apparently, which that's a whole other battle. Um,
Yeah,
Bottomless
I
Bar
think it was
got one
all
at Gmail,
high quality information.
at Bottomless Bar on Instagram, at Bottomless Bar on Twitter. Thanks again, everyone, for listening to us. Thank you, Carl. Thank you, Joe, for being a part of this shit show. It's super fun, and I look forward to seeing you guys every week. Take care, everyone. Good night.
Thank you, Joe.
Bye.